Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Think big, act bigger. The secret to unlimited potential. There is a war happening right now. Not outside you, but within you. It's a silent war. A war between the voice that says you were meant for greatness and the whisper that says, stay small, stay safe. Every day you wake up on the battlefield, and whether you realize it or not, the outcome of your life is being decided in the choices you make or fail to make in the silence of your own mind. The greatest tragedy is not that people aim high and miss. It's that they aim low and hit. Mediocrity isn't the product of failure. It's the child of fear, cleverly disguised as logic. It's what happens when potential bows down to comfort. In that surrender, dreams are quietly buried. But the moment you dare to think big, truly, dangerously, unapologetically big, you awaken something ancient within you. You remember what your soul knew before the world taught you to doubt. You were not born for smallness. You are not designed to simply repeat yesterday. You carry a mind powerful enough to bend reality, if only you choose to believe in it. Think of Thomas Edison, 10,000 failed experiments, 40 years of setbacks. And yet, he never surrendered his vision of bringing light from filament and fire. He needed only one yes from the universe. And it came because he refused to shrink. That's what thinking big looks like. It isn't comfort, it isn't logic, it isn't applause, it's obsession. It's holding faith in the invisible long enough to bring it into the visible. But thought alone is not enough. Imagination is the spark, but action is the engine. Dreams wither in the absence of bold movement. The universe doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution. It rewards grit, discipline, and the kind of relentless action that separates the legendary from the forgotten. Andrew Carnegie didn't become the richest man in the world by hoping. He became it by acting with focused fire. He didn't stroll through life. He charged through it, eyes locked on something greater than approval, greater than comfort, greater than safety. He knew what most never realize. Greatness is not born. It's built, brick by brick, choice by choice, day after day, in the hours when no one is watching. If you want to unlock the secret to unlimited potential, start here. Divorce yourself from the belief that your current reality is your fixed destiny. Circumstances are not chains. They are raw material, and you are the blacksmith. Your mind is the forge, and belief is the fire. But belief isn't just repeating affirmations in a mirror. True belief is full-body conviction. It defies logic, resists fear, and moves forward even when the world calls you delusional. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Henry Ford was told he didn't understand business. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Yet here we are, living in the realities they refuse to abandon. So ask yourself, are you living by conviction or by convenience? Because no one else will believe in your vision until you do, fiercely, openly, and so consistently that it bends the air around you. This is the power of clarity. Vague goals produce vague results, but clarity is a blade. It cuts through distraction, through delay, through doubt. With clarity, you stop waiting for permission. You start carving paths where none existed. But clarity doesn't arrive by chance. It's forged in solitude. It comes when you dare to ask, what do I truly want? Who must I become to achieve it? What price am I willing to pay? Purpose is not found, it's built. Constructed from the ashes of excuses, forged in sacrifice, sealed by consistent action. And discipline is the bridge between vision and reality. Without discipline, desire is a ghost, haunting you with what could be, but never manifesting it. Discipline wakes you when the bed whispers, stay. Discipline pushes when comfort says, pause. Discipline is what separates dreamers from doers. Do not underestimate the power of small, consistent action. Mountains are moved one shovel at a time. Oceans are crossed one stroke at a time. Legacies are built one courageous decision at a time. What you do in secret, the world will one day celebrate, if you do not quit. So act bigger. Speak with conviction. Move with power. Stop chasing realism. Realism is the drug of the defeated. The world was not changed by realists, but by visionaries others once called mad. Momentum only comes to those who move. And once you have it, it multiplies effort, compounds belief, and makes the impossible feel inevitable. Stop waiting for the perfect plan. Stop waiting for certainty. You don't need more information. You need more courage. Every movement in history started with one person who refused to accept limits. One person who saw a future no one else could. Today, that person can be you. But do not mistake this path as easy. The path to greatness is never paved. It is carved. And carving will make you bleed. You will be tested, doubted, ridiculed, ignored. That is the toll of greatness. Abraham Lincoln was born in a one-room log cabin, self-educated, crushed by defeat after defeat, plagued with depression. But he carried a purpose too heavy to set down. When civil war split his nation in two, he stood unbroken. He thought big. He acted bigger. And because of it, a nation was reborn. Resilience is not an accident, it's a choice. To rise when everything in you wants to fall. To keep stepping when your legs scream in protest. Most people quit at the edge of transformation, never knowing the breakdown always comes before the breakthrough. The night deepens before the dawn. The forge burns hottest before it shapes the steel. So don't ask for easier battles. Ask for stronger shoulders. Don't run from the challenge. Run into it. Because inside the challenge lies your evolution. Struggle is not your enemy. It is the seed of your future strength. As you grow stronger, you must grow wiser. Because unlimited potential isn't about raw power. It's about perspective. The ability to look at barren fields and see a harvest. To see lessons in broken situations. To see not what you are, but what you could become. Vision is not passive. It's an active force. It shapes identity, pulls you forward like gravity, and clears the path before you. Most people are blind not because they lack sight, but because they lack vision. They react instead of create, survive instead of lead, but not you. You are not here to drift with circumstance. You are here to bend it. You are not the leaf, you are the wind. Vision is the destination, but purpose is the fuel. And purpose is born when you decide to live for something bigger than yourself. That's why Martin Luther King Jr. marched, why he spoke, why he endured. He didn't live for applause. He lived with a mission burning in his chest, and the earth shook because of it. So what is your purpose? What would you die for? More importantly, what are you willing to live for? When you find that, you become unstoppable. Work becomes worship. Pain becomes power. Life becomes legacy. But never forget, purpose without gratitude turns to ego. Power without humility corrupts. You must walk with both fire and grace, with ambition and appreciation. Gratitude sustains the climb. It turns struggle into sacred ground. It aligns your energy with life itself. And when storms rage, when the path disappears, adapt. Because adaptability is the superpower of the great. It is not the strongest who survive, but the most adaptable. Every no from life is a test of how badly you want it. Your answer cannot be words. It must be action. Legacy is not fame or fortune. Legacy is courage, etched in decisions others were too afraid to make. Every empire began in obscurity, every revolution in silence. Legends are simply ordinary people who acted when others waited. So stop waiting. Perfection is a myth. Now is the only time you own. Knowledge without execution is a cage. Learning without doing is wasted brilliance. The world doesn't remember thinkers who never moved. It remembers builders, creators, doers. Ford wasn't the most educated, but while others debated, he built. He thought big in scale and acted bigger with conviction. Action shrinks fear, doubt thrives in silence, but starves in movement. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. Consistency is where miracles take root. Legends are built not in lightning strikes, but in steady drum beats. They kept moving when it was hard, when no one clapped, when results lagged behind effort. They didn't stop because they weren't chasing feelings. They were building futures. And you were not born to be average. You were born to be exceptional. The blueprint has always been inside you. It just needs ignition. Ask yourself, who convinced you to shrink? Who told you your dreams were unrealistic? They lied. You were born with the same clay as every giant of history. If they could, so can you. Transformation is not instant. It is process. Painful, powerful, sacred process. Shedding excuses, burying the old self. Evolving into something truer, stronger, freer. The pain you feel is proof you're becoming. The world doesn't need another echo. It needs you. Fully alive, fully on fire. That is the secret to unlimited potential. Not waiting to be chosen, but choosing yourself again and again. To think big is to declare, the world will feel my presence. To act bigger is to vow, and the world will be better because of it. This isn't ego, it's responsibility. You have been entrusted with potential most never touch. When you rise, others rise. When you walk in power, others awaken. When you refuse to quit, you give others permission to begin. Movements are born not in crowds, but in silent decisions that echo through generations. So, if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. If you've been doubting your dream, it is not too big. In fact, it's not big enough. The world will never give you a green light. Look in the mirror. That's the only authority you'll ever need. Edison failed 10,000 times. He treated failure like fuel until success had no choice but to appear. Because thinking big without acting bigger is just fantasy. So step into the arena. Covered in fear if you must. Bruised by doubt if you must. But step in anyway. Greatness demands obsession. Discipline is not punishment, it's power. Every choice is either feeding your future or robbing it. Every morning you rise, even when it hurts, you cast a vote for the legend within you. Do not apologize for your ambition. Do not dim your fire for the comfort of others. You were built for the summit. And the summit is not reached in leaps. It's earned in relentless steps, in silence, until the light finds you. And when it does, you will not be surprised, because you didn't just think big, you acted bigger. And now, you are unstoppable.